I, a female, have been working at my job for the past 9 months. I work very closely with a coworker, also a female, who we will call A, and if she is gone, I have to take over all of her patients as we work in healthcare. At least one of us has to be at work during the week, although our regular hours plan for both of us to be there. In the time that I have been there, this coworker has called in the day of at least 16 times, if not more. This is very difficult as our job moves very quickly and it creates double work. I understand that life happens and you get sick. Although I have proof that this coworker has lied about being sick or what she was doing at least a couple of times. In a recent incident, she had asked another coworker, a male, to come into work to cover for her. He had told her that he could not. This was a day before A was going to be out of work. A told him that she would try to come into work that day but would probably be late. Protocol for missing work at our job is to at least inform the people that you work closely with, me and our boss. I was not informed that I would be working by myself until I was told by someone else that morning. This means I have to replan my whole day. There have been many instances where I have to skip lunch and stay 1.5 to 2 hours overtime. This is not normal for my job and you could get in trouble for it. Anyways, our doctor is going to be gone for 2 weeks around the holidays, except for the Mondays. My coworker has been saying that she is taking both of the Mondays off. This means that I cannot take them off. After talking with my boss, she said that A did not take off the first Monday in the system and I could still take it off. I believe that A has not accrued enough paid time off to put it in the schedule yet. Days off are first come, first serve. I know that this coworker is also going to visit family, but I do not know what days. I really want to take that Monday off because I never take off work and I want to spend time with family too. Should I retract the day and let A have it, or should I keep it and let her figure it out? So over the past weekend, my 2 older sisters, 26 and 24, my mom, 50, and I, 21, went out to eat at a restaurant before heading to a bridal expo for my sister who is getting married. During our lunch at the restaurant, my sister handed me a gift bag and asked me to be her personal attendant at her wedding. For those of you that don't know what a personal attendant is, they are someone who, on the day of the wedding, is supposed to arrange the day and basically be an unpaid day of coordinator. My older sister is going to be her maid of honor, and my 2 younger siblings, 10 and 8, are going to be juniors in the wedding. When I read the card of her asking me, I clarified what she meant and if I was or was not in the bridal party. She informed me that I would not be in the bridal party and I would be the only one of my 4 siblings not included that way. She also informed me that she will be having a day of coordinator and that her day of coordinator would be taking care of most, if not everything, and anything else for maid of honor, my other sister, will be doing it. On top of this, she knows I have issues being organized and that I can't even take care of myself some days, so I would have issues having to take care of her and the things she needs the day of her wedding. I excused myself from the table because I was upset, and when I got back, she kept trying to explain that while I wasn't a part of her bridal party, she thought I would be better included in her wedding this way, and that I will still be dressed up. I feel like I would have been less hurt if she just didn't ask me to be a part of her wedding at all. I'm going to be taking a week or 2 to really think about this before I just flat out tell her no. I have also texted her and told her that I feel offended and hurt that she asked me to do this. Do I have the right to be upset with her and feel offended that this is what she asked me to do? And would I be the asshole if I told her no? Hi everyone. I am seeking some perspectives to determine if I am the asshole in this situation that has unfolded. Here are the circumstances. At approximately 5:30 in the evening, I sent the text message to my wife informing her that I would be staying a bit late at my job to wrap up a few matters before the end of the day. I believe this provided ample warning and did not anticipate that an hour or so without responding would be considered problematic, as I was simply putting the finishing touches on my tasks. Upon returning to my phone at around 6:30 in the evening, I discovered several missed calls and text messages from her. When I called her back, I learned she was exceptionally distressed, expressing concerns that something terrible might have happened to me. She even imagined scenarios like me being in a car accident or some other catastrophe. For my part, I felt an hour was not an unreasonable amount of time. I attempted to lighten the mood with humor, saying something along the lines of, "Come on, it was only an hour. There was no urgent reason to be so worried." But she perceived my response as dismissive of her feelings. This upset her, especially as her anxiety had grown so severe that she contacted her mother for counsel. To make matters worse, her mother had advised that they consider calling hospitals or even the sheriff's department, which was, I assure you, entirely unexpected by me. Now she believes I am in the wrong for not understanding why she was so worried about all of this, and I am genuinely questioning whether or not I am responsible. Was I completely off base in thinking that an hour's absence wasn't all that big of a deal? I honestly can't tell if my feelings are completely valid or if it's just the postpartum hormones, but I need to vent and get this off my chest. I had my baby on September 9th, and a few weeks before that, my husband's mom's lease was up. She didn't have the money to renew it, so we told her she could stay with us temporarily. In my mind, I figured she'd stay maybe 1 month, just enough time to save up for a down payment on a new place. Well, 2 days after we told her she could move in, she lost her job. So instead of just being here occasionally, she's been here 24/7 ever since. It took her over 1 month to finally get a new job, which she's supposed to start on Monday. In the time she's been here, she's done the dishes maybe 3 times. She leaves her dishes in the sink for me, helps herself to our food, and complains about little things around the house. She's also had issues with alcohol in the past, and I've noticed she's been drinking again. When she first moved in, I felt bad because she didn't have food or money, but now that she somehow has money for alcohol, I'm honestly starting to regret being so generous. We told her she could help herself to food, but I'm starting to wish we hadn't said that, because last night I went to make shrimp pasta and realized she'd eaten all the shrimp. It sounds small, but it was such a letdown after a long day. The other night we'd been gone all day and I just wanted to come home, relax, and watch her show, but she was planted right in the middle of the couch watching her own show. It's like we don't even have our own space anymore. I've told my husband that now that she's working again, he should ask her what kind of timeline she has for moving out. But his response is always, "I don't know how to say that without sounding rude, like we don't want her here." I care about her, I really do, but I'm starting to go crazy. I just want my home back, my space back, my peace back. I have been there for my sister practically since her birth. She was born when I was already an adult, and with my parents working full-time, it feels like I have been one of her primary caretakers all her life. She is the youngest of 5 siblings, and 3 of us were adults by the time she was a toddler, so she grew up pretty spoiled. She is now preteen, and she has been getting a little too much. She does not respect my boundaries, does not listen when I give her advice. Like when she is asked to do the dishes and I remind her she is supposed to do it, she says she will do it and later does not do it because she does not feel like it. Or when she speaks to random people on the internet who are all years older than her, I tell her it is not safe, but she does it anyway. She also loves to play pranks. No matter how often I tell her, I do not like it. She recently went through some major exams and passed in most of her classes. She got 100% in some tests like English, and her least performing class was in the 70s, which is low, but still a pass. She is expecting a gift and wants this expensive stationery set used by her favorite YouTuber, a teen school vlogger who is also an artist. My sister is into art. The only problem is, despite the results, I am not happy with how she acts. Though I am trying to be understanding because I remember being that age. I just can't buy her such an expensive gift because it feels like I would be rewarding bad behavior. So, am I the asshole for refusing to buy her the gift she wanted and opting for something cheaper? Hi all. My girlfriend, a 32-year-old female, and I, a 32-year-old male, have been living in the house we bought together for about 8 months. My girlfriend talks a lot, which I do not mind, but she has a habit of talking to me while she walks to other rooms in our house. If I want to listen to her, I pretty much have to follow her around the house while she talks about her day. If I am busy or just trying to sit down and relax for a bit, this can be quite annoying as all I hear is mumbled words. I have asked her if she wants to talk to me, then can she please remain in the room I am in as I cannot hear her all the way in the bathroom or bedroom, but she still does it. I have probably been a bit childish, but when she has started to talk to me and she leaves the room I am in, I just ignore her. It is pretty easy to do as I cannot even hear what she's saying. The last couple of times she has been mad at me because I missed what she was saying, especially if it is about making plans for the coming days. Things got a bit heated the other night as while she was complaining about her coworker while she was doing her laundry, I was in the kitchen doing the dishes and I could not hear her as both these rooms are on the other side of the house. She came into the kitchen and told me I was an asshole for ignoring her. I replied, "If you want to talk to me, stay in the same room as me. I am not a dog that will follow you around all day." She has been giving me the silent treatment all last night and this morning. So, am I the asshole? I, a 50-year-old male, had several instances in my 20s where friends and family members borrowed money from me. They either never paid it back or I had to really pressure them for the money. Problem is, everyone knew I made decent money and knew I was a habitual saver. So when they got hard up, they would come to me like an automatic teller machine. They would be like, "Come on, man, I know you got the money." Then I would get the hard luck sob story followed by, "I will pay you back when I get." So I opened up a new bank account. I only put $20 in savings, the minimum required by this bank. Then I would put enough in the checking for bills, groceries, and spend it that day so that account only had a few bucks left. When folks would hit me up for money, I would be like, "Sorry, I would like to help you out, but money's tight right now." They would call bullshit and I would log into that account and show them. They would go away all dejected. After a few years of this, people started asking where my money went. Obviously, I'm not going to tell them the truth, savings, high yield savings account, investments. So I would say beer or strip club or casino. And not only did they believe me because that is what they did, but by the 2010s, they were lecturing me about not wasting my money. Anyway, in the 2010s, I got married and filled my wife in on the situation. She thought it was funny. Anyway, my sister came over for Halloween and made some comment about how glad she was that I had learned to be more responsible with money. My wife started laughing and spilled the beans. My sister confronted me and I confirmed it was true. Then I told her I was not 20 anymore and if she hit me up for money, the answer was no. She told the rest of the family. Some think it is hilarious, but others think I'm a tight-wadded asshole. Some have asked me how much I have and I tell them, none of your business. So, am I the asshole? My dog is 17 years old. I have had him since he was a puppy and my entire adult life. He is a little Chihuahua Pomeranian mix and a very sweet and gentle soul. He is very healthy, especially for a dog his age, and although you can clearly see he is an old man, he has only shown signs of aging through partial loss of vision and hearing. He has been impressively housebroken for the duration of his life up until recently. He gets up out of his bed and just seems to go wherever he feels like it. When my husband and I are away, even for short durations, he is almost guaranteed to have an accident. He is still very mobile and verbal with a healthy appetite and joyful attitude. But now he just does not care to wait when he has to go. I work from home and I am able to take him outside frequently, which helps, but he has no shame in lifting a leg right in front of me if I am in a meeting. I have recently ordered doggy diapers, which have yet to arrive, but this morning my husband suggested it is time to put him down. With an otherwise very healthy dog and lifelong companion, I was appalled and very defensive he would even suggest such a thing. I had this dog long before I met my husband, and he and I do not share the same opinion on putting him down. My husband responded by saying it is what people do at this stage, and it is the mature thing to do. I know he is tired of the accidents, but my dog still has a very good quality of life with no underlying health issues. Am I the asshole for snapping and refusing to put him down? I'm planning a trip with my boyfriend and my sister. My sister said since I am bringing my boyfriend, she should get to bring someone too. That seems fair, but the only person she wants to bring is her ex-situationship. I'll call him Josh. The thing is, Josh treated her pretty badly. For their entire time together, he made her cry a lot, was disrespectful, and just didn't seem like a good guy based on everything she told me. She says she's fine with him now, but I still don't feel comfortable being around him for a whole trip. I don't feel like being nice to someone I don't even like, especially when it's my trip too. I told her that and she got mad. She said I'm making it about me and that if she's okay with him, I should be too. Then she said that if she can't bring him, I need to cover the difference in cost since it'll be split 3 ways instead of 4. I told her that's not fair. It's not my fault she only wants to bring one specific person. Now she's saying I'm being controlling and ruining the trip. I honestly just don't want to spend the week pretending everything's fine with a guy who treated her like crap. I don't think that makes me the bad guy, and I definitely don't think I should have to pay more because of it. Am I the asshole for saying no to him coming and not agreeing to cover the extra cost?